Hi, here's part one of me and comedian Mark Lundholm. Got a couple clicks of his comedy act, then watch part one of the interview. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Lundholm.
Thank you very much.
Started doing comedy in jails, drug rehabs, halfway houses, and other places I've lived. I attended San Jose State University, where I was a business major with a minor in controlled substances.
I think if there are pearly gates up there in heaven when you get there, I think they got razor wire all over the top there.
Because I still don't pay attention. I'll be having sex, just, hey, a nickel. That's shiny. Look at that. You'll be back? Oh, you be mad. Oh, if that was you? Because you didn't get the nickel?
I still go back and perform at jails or prisons every year. I was at Indiana State yesterday. And I've learned how to entertain liars and cheats and criminals. I treat them like you. I will tell them the truth, even if it is unpopular. One of the things I'll always say to that prison audience is, some of you became criminals because life's not fair. They go, yeah. Some of you had horrible childhoods. Your parents were unavailable or just flat disappeared because life's not fair. Yeah. Because life's not fair, some of you are in here right now doing time for a crime that wasn't even yours. Oh yeah! They like that one a lot. And then I'll ask them this, well, what if they locked you up for every crime you really did do? When would you get out? Aren't you kind of glad life's not fair? They don't like that one quite as much, no.
First thought wrong. 13 years old, I'm in front of the judge. I pleaded maybe. He didn't think it was funny at all. Normal people have a different vocabulary than the rest of us. Normal people invented words like valor and honor, hope. The rest of us, we designed words like allegedly, probable cause, and the four most beautiful words in the English language, sentences to run concurrent. My wife is an afflicted, convicted lady. She actually did more jail time than I did, so she has seniority at home. But normal people don't laugh right there at all. Well, don't the wives always have seniority? Yeah, especially in the penal system. But when possible, make an illegal U-turn, Mark, in your mental state. Recalculating. No, illegal U-turn. You don't have time for normal legal. In fact, criminal, remember, criminal doesn't mean bad. Criminal means caught. Normal people don't watch that show Cops and go, I did that too, right there. Run, my brother, whoa! Let's go, I'm rooting for the naked guy. Normal people go, where are that fella's pants right there?
All right, there we're recording. Hi guys, welcome all my YouTube people out there. My name's Sean. This is the Club Fed channel. We talk about white collar criminals and nonviolent criminals. The lower end, the camps, and the low security places, and all those guys that are going on pretrial, getting out of prison, going into prison, curious people, all that. Today, I'm very excited to have a special guest on the show. His name is Mark Lundholm. He is a comedian. You may have seen him around. He's been homeless. He's been in drug rehabs. He's been locked up himself. He's turned his life around. He's all over all over YouTube. I'm gonna put up links. He's got an organization called wholehearted.org. He goes around to prisons and jails now, and he's kind of a motivation speaker, comedian. He gives hope. The reason I've asked him really on here is he's got a message of hope for you guys. And so I'm gonna turn you over to Mark. I don't know if I said there's a lot more to Mark than everything I just said. He's done a lot more with his life, and he's definitely an inspiration. So, Mark.
Okay, so thanks, Sean. And to all the guys in the hood out there, the hood you want to live in, brotherhood, manhood, fatherhood, the hood that we're invited to go back to because we've wandered off or distracted ourselves. Welcome. there is hope after dope. We go from dope to hope here. We go from lying and dying to living and giving here. We go from using and losing and sinking and drinking to staying and playing and praying here. That's what we get to do. Years later, we get to be introduced by somebody as a man who's done something with his life. I've done plenty with my life. Most of that is expunged now.
Yeah.
So a lot of poor choices along the way. And poor choices along the way lead to a dead end. So that's all I'm doing. I'm here to maybe save some time for some guys doing time. But I was locked up way before they caught me.
Know that feeling. Know that feeling. Yeah.
You know, I'm locked up in one way, suicide on layaway. I'm locked up in, I'm going to do it a different criminal way. And I'm locked into, when they do a laser target in the military, where the laser paints the target and then people pull the trigger. That laser on the target was always less than, not enough, more toxic. All those I was lasered into. I'm going to do it different than normal people. Safe is too simple. So now that I've been out a while, and my laser guidance is faith or forgiveness or trust or calm or patience. In the long run, it's a lot easier, man. You know, it might not be as adrenaline rush. It might not be as a big intrigue. Hey, I at least want to get close enough to smell the pain. All that, thug life wannabe hip hop, punch you in the face instead of listen to your heart. I know that language, but all it did was locked up, locked in, locked down, or in court, another night in county, some kind of charge that I caught because I couldn't stop that laser guided bottom. And I know that the guys listening today or watching know what I'm talking about. The criminal life is easy because I don't have to make any decisions. The criminal in me decides for me. And that's just not the way I live anymore, you know? So I was looking at your background there, Sean. Don't you wish when you were locked up, you could have the place to yourself?
All to myself. That would be nice, you know?
Yeah, just have me a cute CO. Just have me a cute CO who'd bring me lunch. And she don't even got to be that cute. She don't even got to be a she.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
She can be huge.
Just have her bring me my lunch.
I was just telling people the other day on a video how there's nowhere to be alone in prison. I just couldn't find any privacy no matter where you go and somebody's listening. And and I was at a camp with no fences. I mean, I found a spot here or two, but you maybe get 10 minutes and then they walk up on you. And it's just, yeah, you're never alone like this in prison. Besides the voices in my head, there was voices everywhere else. Do you remember the first time you were locked up, Mark? Your first day, what it was like?
Yeah, I was a kid. I went to kid prison. I mean, hard.
Juvie? Where'd you go? Over here, San Mateo up in the hills. Hillcrest? Was that it?
No, it was Martinez.
Oh, okay. I heard about that one.
And it wasn't a juvenile hall kind of, hey, you guys line up. This was I'd already hurt somebody really bad, and because I'm a scared kid, so instead of forgiveness or questions, I'd rather throw a fist than a party, and I grew up in that house, and so if you weren't getting hit, you were hitting, and one of them was safer for a couple of seconds. None of it was safe. It was all dysfunctional and broken and messed up. But I thought every house was like that. So it wasn't unusual for me to be in trouble. It was unusual for me to be in trouble away from the house. But the first time I was locked up, I remember thinking, this is like my home, but with more people. You know, there's a lot of, listen, there's one joke I tell when I'm doing a prisoner jail, and this goes from day one. Even juvie, even kid jail, even kid prison, because there's a huge difference, we know.
Oh yeah.
But this is one of the jokes I still do when I go to visit an institution. I was looking around thinking, hey, I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable in a place where everyone's innocent and all the stories are true, you know, and
Yeah.
nobody talks about what they're doing right now. Everybody I've ever met who's locked up, who's locked down, talks about what they did, what they gonna do. What I did, what I'm gonna do. Nobody talks about right now, today, this instant. And so recovery for me, long-term recovery means I'm gonna talk about the now, the feeling I'm having today, or the feelings, plural, or the challenges. I'm talking about what I'm doing today, because what I done, what I'm going to do, it has nothing to do with getting through the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. Sometimes recovery, brother, is right foot, left foot, breathe.
Yeah.
Right foot, left foot, breathe. That's it, man. It can be 5 seconds at a time when we're new to the new hood.
Yeah.
To suit up, show up, speak up, grow up. You tell the truth no matter how many witnesses there aren't. You tell the truth when you know, I used to, I mean, the lie was fine because the truth was too harsh to see. But these days it's recovery means I'm going to do the difficult thing, not the criminal, easy, simple thing, because it's easy to be a criminal. It's easy. All you got to do is show up. They tell you what to do, what to wear, what to eat, how long to do those things, and when to go rack out, and then when to start doing it again. Prison or jail, you don't make a decision all damn day. Out here, pay your house note on time. Be faithful in a relationship, even though the other direction's easier. It's right there laying at you. Tell people the truth when it makes you humble. You know, show up for work because you said you would. Keep a commitment to your kids because you looked them in the eye and said so. None of that's criminal, but it's not easy for people like me.
Right. Not easy. Yeah. You know, I just bought a bag of 10-minute chips from Amazon, and I went to a meeting last Sunday, and I was handing out 10-minute chips to all the newcomers, and the old timers needed them too, because 10 minutes, you know, that 24 hours, one day at a time, that's all great and dandy, but sometimes, like you said, man, so these 10-minute chips, you know, I'm going to get another bag, because I had a bag of 25. I got like 2 left. Everybody wanted them, man, because they understand, you know.
Well, you bring anything to a meeting in a bag, people are going to want that stuff.
Yeah, well, I know. I had to bring the baggie. I had to bring the baggie, you know.
You got to. Here's the other thing. 10 minutes. I've got 3 kids from 3 different moms. I didn't do a total of 10 minutes in there to get 3 kids.
Yeah. You know, I was watching your clip there, guys. I'm going to have his whole clip at the end of this video. But you know, you were talking about watching cops in jail. You know, 60 Days In is really popular in prison right now, and Locked Up Abroad. We'd spend hours in the TV room watching 60 Days In while we're in. I mean, just the insanity. You know,
Well, listen, we misery loves company. That's an old saying. I don't know who wrote that. Misery loves company. But you know what? Incarcerated speaks incarcerated. You know, the joke I used to do, I've retired a lot of comedy because I'm just tired of it. And I write all the time. So pretty soon you got to clean the disc, you know.
Yeah.
If you got a house, every once in a while you got to clean the garage out, right? So one of the jokes I used to do was cops, you know, watching Cops, the show on TV. It's my favorite show now. I love watching other dudes go to jail.
yeah, something.
But that, you know, and in a way that was true, but in a way it was more the identification. So, man, I understand. But listen, you're going to watch the same old, you're going to go same old. You know, what you know is where you go. If you know what you know, you go where you go. So if you want to know something different, you might want to try watching something different or talking something different. You know, pull a brothers aside, pull some guys aside. Now, if you're locked up watching this, you guys are in charge of your schedule at some point because you're sitting around on those tables we see behind Sean there, or you're in the pod. and you got some time to not brag about what you did, what you gonna do, but what you're doing now, which is, you know, what do I do with the fear of getting out? What do I do with the old lady I don't trust? What do I do with the kids I can't raise or not raising? Some other man's raising kids I made.
Yeah.
What am I
Sancho
gonna,
and Juancho. Yeah.
well, what am I going to do to make restitution? But right now, today, what am I doing with all this stuff I'm putting in that prison chest of mine? I'm locking it up in there. And the more stuff I stick in my chest, the less oxygen I can take in. So I got so much crap in here, I can't breathe right. Why don't you have a discussion about how you breathe? There's a lot of stuff we could do differently. And here's a shortcut for you. When I say shortcuts, I mean save you some time. If you want to do it better, you got to do it different. Different comes first. Better comes after different. So that's just one of the things I learned years after I was out. You know, I've been sober 32 years. Clean, sober, in remission, on track, better GPS toward manhood, brotherhood, fatherhood. I've been clean a long time. That doesn't give me any juice card or shot caller status. I'll tell you what it gives me. Credit for time served because I'm on the other side of the fence. And if you get out, you're going to be on the other side of the fence. You don't want to go back. You got to do something different because everybody knows how to go back.
Yeah, they
Everybody
do.
knows how to get caught. Everybody knows how to do what's the easy thing. It's a lot of work, but right foot, left foot, breathe. It's worth the work. So you want to go back more than you want to stay out, you're going to go back. You want to stay out more than you're going to go back, you're going to change. And I'm not preaching to people. I'm just telling you like it is, like the PO would tell you, but with a more eyeball to eyeball, because what you want to do is what you're going to do. You know, we change what we want. We change where we live. I don't ask permission to pee today or stand in line for chow. I don't ask permission to talk to somebody through plexiglass. I don't ask permission for very much today. That in itself is better than any dope I ever did.